Example 1.2a. Here, we'll have several questions, and question asks you to solve the following inequalities by graphical method. Okay, besides A and B, actually, you still have C up to I. So let's discuss one by one. Now, let's see part A. For the first one, x squared minus 4x minus 5 greater than 0, right? So how can we start it? First, to let it be a quadratic function, y equals x squared minus 4x minus 5, and factorize if you can. And you see that this one x minus 5. How about the other factor? Plus 1, correct. So this one first opens upward, right? Because this coefficient of x squared, that means a is greater than 0. Okay, so opens upward. Secondly, what are the x-intercepts? Yeah, x-intercepts are 5 and -1. That means this one. Okay, this one. You think it as x minus 5 times x plus 1 equals 0. Then you will see that this one x equals to 5 or x equals -1, right? As a result, here x-intercepts are 5 and -1. Okay, that means these 2 points cut on x-axis. And the last one, how about y-intercepts? Here you know that y-intercepts only 1, and up when x put it as 0, so x equals 0, then you left -5. So y-intercept is -5. Okay. After that, please draw. Okay, draw the graphs. Here is x, y, 2 axes, and 0. -1 here, 5. Okay, here, and maybe this one is 5. Then this parabola opens upward, so that means like this, right? So draw it like this. Okay, so this one y equals x squared minus 4x minus 5, right? Okay, the last step. This one greater than 0, that means the graph greater than 0. What means greater than 0? That means which part of the curve above x-axis. So you see that this part and this part, right? This part and this part greater than 0, y greater than 0, y greater than 0. Then the corresponding values of x are here. 2 sides of the x-axis. 2 sides of the x-axis, right? So solutions are x smaller than -1. No equal sign here this time, okay? Or x greater than 5. See? X smaller than -1 and or x greater than 5. Or because either one of the inequalities also are the answers, are the solutions, okay? That's great. We just study about inequality with greater than 0. And part B, smaller than 0. Let's have a look. Follow those steps again. X squared plus x minus 12 smaller than 0. So I let y equals this one, x squared plus x minus 12, right? And can you factorize? Okay, give you 3 seconds. Times up x plus and then minus. Because this one is negative 12, so positive times negative, you get negative. And you need to get plus x in the middle. So 4 and 3, right, correct. Which is 4, which one is 3? Plus 4 minus 3, correct. As a result, this one opens upward again. And what are the x-intercepts? Good. Negative 4 and 3, correct. How about y-intercept? Read it from the quadratic function. When x equals 0, you left negative 12. So y-intercept is negative 12. Great. Let's draw or sketch the graph. Okay, maybe 2. Because y-intercept is negative 12, so it's better to draw it longer. Or say that draw the x-axis here is better. Yeah, x, y, and here 0, negative 4. So a pointer here, 3 about here. How about negative 12? Maybe here. Okay, let's draw or sketch the graph. About this, okay? So y equals x squared plus x minus 12. Right? Then let's have a look. This time smaller than 0. That means for the whole graph, which part smaller than 0? That means below x-axis, because those values of y are negative. That means smaller than 0. So this part of y, right? Then where are the corresponding values of x? Correct. In between these two x-intercepts, right? So as a result, maybe use this one. Solutions are, okay, x in between negative 4 to 3. Correct. Okay? Understand? So if we have a quadratic inequalities for a greater than 0, that means opens upward. Then you better to remember, greater than 0, then the value of x outside or two sides of the x-axis, x-intercept. If you have these two x-intercepts, then x smaller than this intercept or greater than this intercept. If quadratic inequalities smaller than 0 opens upward, that means a greater than 0, then the answers in between two x-intercepts. In between two x-intercepts. Okay, you can memorize like this. Okay, and these two questions all opens upwards graphs. Okay, the graphs opens upward. Let's have a look one more. Part C, which graphs opens downward. Have a look. Here, 5x minus x squared smaller than 0. Okay, then I will draw this one with you. I let y equals 5x minus x squared. You can rewrite it as negative x squared plus 5x. Whatever, you'll get this one. x and then negative x plus 5, right? And you'll see that this one opens downward out. Do you remember why opens downward? Correct, because here is negative 1, a smaller than 0. Maybe I write here, a smaller than 0 this time. Okay, how about the x-intercepts? Yeah, are 0 and 5. Yeah, you just put this one equals 0 and then you get 2 values of x. How about y-axis? Not y-axis, y-intercept I mean. Yeah, y-intercept this time is 0. When x put it as 0, then no more constant part, so y-intercept is 0. That's great. Then draw the graph now. X, y, and 0, and 5. Right. This time opens downward and cut it at 0 and 5. Opens downward. Okay, so the graph becomes like this. Okay, so this one y equals 5x minus x squared. Okay, this time the graph smaller than 0. Which parts of the graphs? Yeah, below x-axis. So this one, okay, and this one, smaller than or equals to 0. Where is the corresponding values of x? Correct, this part and this part, right? So solutions are x smaller than or equals 0 or x greater than or equals to 5. Okay? Before I finish part C, just let you have a look. If this one, I rewrite it as this, because 5x minus x squared, okay. I use better blue color, better. This one, 5x minus x squared smaller or equals to 0. And you found that a smaller than 0, so it opens downward. We cannot use, we cannot use this or this situation, because here a greater than 0 and opens outwards, right? So you can think it as opens upward, so times negative 1, that means becomes x squared minus 5x greater or equals to 0. Do you know why? Both sides times negative 1. Okay, so inequality signs change and you get this one. You see? This one greater than 0, I mean a greater than 0 now. Okay, so this inequalities opens upward, greater than 0, so two sides of the x-axis, then you can get the answer, right? So you can do it like this. Change the inequality as a greater than 1, I mean a greater than 0, then you can get the inequalities. And remember, there are two cases, greater than or smaller than. Greater than, that means two sides of the x-intercepts are the answers. If smaller than 0, the answers in between two x-intercepts. Hope you can remember this one, okay? Later on, we'll talk about D and the others.